OK, now, a new film from Julien Temple.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of Julien Temple. You know, you think right back to the days of Great Rock and Roll Swindle and then Absolute Beginners, which I think everybody went to see.
Everyone of our age went to see that,
And he's made some brilliant documentaries. He's made a great documentary about Dr. Feelgood and about Wilko Johnson. So now, Ibiza, the silent movie, which is obviously ironically titled. So it is a film about Ibiza and about dance culture and about the history of Ibiza and about the history of dance culture. The music is curated by Fatboy Slim, because as Julien Temple himself said, he's not a dance culture fan. But what he's done is he's used the format of silent movies. So silent movies were never silent. They always had music. But what they didn't have was dialogue. So Ibiza, the silent movie, has music all the way through, but it uses intertitles. So we see stuff on screen that serves the same purpose as it would have done in a silent movie, and it basically traces back the history of the island, the history of the culture, and tells us at the beginning, don't believe everything you see in this documentary, but also does a very good job of saying, this is where we are, and there is both good and bad involved in that. Let's have a look at a clip. So you see from that, you know, it's witty.
He's doing it with humour.
He's doing it with humour. But what's really interesting is it tells you a load of stuff about Ibiza. I mean, none of which I know. I've never been to Ibiza and I've never known anything about dance culture. But firstly, for example, the island is named after Bez, the god of dance. At which point we see Bez from the Happy Mondays as Bez, the god of dance. You think that must be made up. No, that's actually true. It goes through the history of the rises and falls, the transformations, the invasions, the armies, the farmers. It tells us that at the point when Ibiza became the biggest tourist destination in the world, there were farmers living in the centre of Ibiza who had never been to the coast of Ibiza. It talks about the Dadaists, the Nazis, the Bohemians, the various people that have been there during its history. It uses archive film clips and cameo performances. And it centres in the end on this strange contradiction, which is that tourism and dance culture has given life to Ibiza, but it's also stripping Ibiza of its identity and indeed its water supply. And I think what the film manages to do is it makes, you know, I keep saying a great documentary should make you know more about and make you interested in something about which you know nothing and you weren't interested in.
And it does all of that.
And the thing with Julien Temple, you know, you're never going to be bored. He makes films that are thrilling and funny and cheeky and smart and cine literate. And I think Ibiza the silent movie is all of those things.
I'm really, really looking forward to that. Good.